Kahalayam Layahal Bashim Yawashai Bashim no Kakudash. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so first let's start this. It should pop up. So this is sciencemagazine.org. And I'm gonna just get this right here. 200,000 years ago, a new genetic study suggests all modern humans trace our ancestry to a single spot in southern Africa 200,000 years ago. So to anybody that doesn't know the Bible, they could look at this and say, oh, the earth is really old. Or humans have only been in existence for this long. That's the first paragraph. There's two things. And then the first one would be trace our ancestry to a single spot. So, yeah. And the only single spot would be for Jacob and Esau. And pretty much the rest of the world throughout, Because Noah, and we're going to get that, Noah gave his sons the earth. Shem, Japheth, and Ham. But also it goes down to Jacob and Esau, because you could trace yourself back to Jacob and Esau. So let's get some scripture. So let's deal with the 200,000 years. So that science, that secular piece is saying, making people think when they read it that, in their opinion, according to them, what they know, they have figured that the earth is so old and humans have been around for this many years. So now they're saying they trace back the origin of humans to one spot. But that's actually three things. In Africa. So we got to get the location and the people and the actual time. So let's deal with the time. 2 Peter 3 and 8. But beloved, and that beloved is only to the Israelites. Be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So it's telling you the extent of time in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Second thing to deal with is, let's get it through this. Genesis 5:32, and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. But those weren't his only descendants, because these three had nations born unto them, and we come from Shem, the Israelites, and so do the Edomites. So does a bunch of nations. Ham and Japheth, they're just Ham and Japheth. All right. Where is it? All right. Generations. Genesis 6:13. And Elohim said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. So that's just because we're trying to pinpoint back to a single origin point, right? But they're not giving you information. So right here, where it says that the Lord's going to destroy the earth population, and then these three sons are going to reestablish it. So now, oops. Now we're going to deal with Jacob and Esau. All right, let's see. All right, Genesis 25 and 27 is a good one. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. This is Joshua 24 and 4. And I gave unto Isaac, Jacob, and Esau. So there's two nations, which is the ones that these crackers can pinpoint themselves back to. They could say that they came from Isaac. They can't say they came from Jacob. And I gave unto Esau Mount Seir to possess it, but Jacob and his children went down to Egypt. See, that's where they're trying to say everything starts here in this part of the world. But let's see. Yeah, let's do this. And all you got to do is Google it. Kiss my ass. The Garden of Eden, also called Paradise, is a biblical garden of God described in the book of Genesis and the book of Ezekiel. And you can see different paintings. And this is if you don't know anything. This is if you don't know. And see how they have those fucking crackers right there? Right here. But let's go back to the scriptures. That's just on the first paragraph. This is why I can't get any. This is why I can't get any reading done. All right. Genesis 2 and 15. And Yahweh Elohim and Yahweh power took the man to put him in the Garden of Eden, to dress it and to keep it. All right, these two are good. Genesis 3 and 24. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. Let's read it. Because it say, well, that everybody came from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. It's not doing okay. So let's get this one. Ezekiel 36 and 35, and they shall say, this land that was desolate become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. So down here in Africa, it's pretty shitty. That's why they would say, oh, it's desolate or whatever. This has to be the Garden of Eden. So now let's all right. So right here, first of all, right here in the Sudan, this is Africa, or Egypt and Libya and Sudan. So let's show you where, basically from Egypt to where the Red Sea is at, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Iraq. See, this is gonna be all. This where the star is. That was basically Eden. Right here from the Star of Jerusalem. All this area, Saudi Arabia and Iraq and Syria, Lebanon, bits of Egypt. So that was where Eden was. All right. So then let's go back to that story. Well, shit. So if I keep reading it, I'll just keep making more videos, but I'll just stick to the first paragraph. A new genetic study suggests. I'm all tongue twisted. A new genetic study suggests all modern humans trace our ancestry to a single spot in southern Africa 200,000 years ago. So that's not true. I already proved that 200,000 years ago bullshit. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. All right, so let's go. Because we already know that to the Lord, but we'll get it again. A day. So the thing is, 200,000 years ago versus how old the Earth is. All right. We'll start with Genesis 1 and 6. Well, let's start from the beginning. Genesis 1 and 1. In the beginning, and I'm going to read it verbatim. God created the heaven and earth. So that's not even counting, that's not a day, right? And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So that's the first day. The evening and the morning were the first day. So now this let's find out what a day is. 2 Peter 3 and 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this thing, that one day is with Yahweh Bashem El Shai as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as one day. So one day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So we don't even. So let's go back to the first day. and that was the first day, right? So we know that there were 7 days to create. 7 days of creation. So that was pretty much proves it. So that's what you do when you read articles. Just break them up and get some understanding. So that I'm say shalom.